The science of happiness. How can we measure the happiness of a nation? What causes one nation to have greater well-being, more prosperity, or happiness than another? Most economists use the GDP to compare various countries. The GDP, or gross domestic products, is the value of all goods and services for a nation in one year. If we look at GDP, the top 5 countries are the United States, China, Japan, Germany, and France. However, in recent years, there has been growing dissatisfaction with this measure. One drawback of using GDP is that disasters such as storm and fire and social ills such as sickness and crime actually improve a country's GDP because they cause an increase in economic activity. Also, GDP doesn't tell us if there is a big gap between the rich and poor in a country, and it certainly doesn't tell us if the people are happy. Increasingly, there is understanding that GDP is not enough of a measure of a nation's well-being. Human Development Index, size 1993. The United States nation has used the HDI, or Human Development Index, the measure the well-being of a nation. Many people see the HDI as an improvement over the latest GDP because it has 3 components instead of just one. The HDI measure income average year of education and life expectancy, or how long people can expect to live. Life expectancy is a good way to measure but people with basic health and the healthcare system in the country. According to the HDI, the top 5 countries, Norway, Australia, the Netherlands, the United States, and New Zealand, quite different from the GDP ranking. What's missing from the HDI? Not everyone enthusiastically accept the HDI. However, the National Bureau of Economic Research point out that the HDI does not include a measure of mental well-being. In other words, happiness. To researchers, Flower and Over point out that many areas of everyday life can influence a person's happiness. Unemployment, the diverse with low income, friendship, traffic jam, crime, health, and much else. The HDI does not refer most of this area. Happiness and Bhutan. Back in 1972, an interesting idea came out of the Chinese Himalayan country of Bhutan. Bhutan king began to refer to the country GNH, or gross national happiness. The idea is that happiness is far more complex than economic growth. This concept is now part of the Constitution of Bhutan, and there are regular polls where people answer questions about their satisfaction in 9 areas of life, including a good balance of time at work and in leisure. Psychological well-being and a clean environment. The government makes decisions based on the result of discretion knowledge. The space of this concept. This concept is mentioned GNH is casting on worldwide in many countries. The use of happiness poll has become a trend, a general direction of change that is becoming common. In 2009, the 5th International Gross National Happiness Conference was held in Brazil. At such conference, people discussed the various polls and their results. According to John De Graaf in Yes magazine online, year after year, such polls find that the country with the highest level of satisfaction are Denmark, Finland, the Netherlands, and Sweden. What do these countries have in common? They all have a good work-life balance, a small gap in income between the rich and the poor, strong social solidarity, and strong social safety net. These countries all have high tax too. Although therefore countries have high income, the happiness poll also shows that many poor countries have high life satisfaction. One of those is Costa Rica, where the average income is low but where there is a high level of education and health care, and where there is passionate solidarity about the importance of the environment. A new measure as this concept of GNH become more popular, there is effort to find a new global measure for well-being. Various organizations have success where they measure the well-being of nations instead of using the HDI. The proposal of the International Institute of Management of example is similar to the GNH poll in Bhutan, but they call it GNW of Gross National Wellness. It measures 7 types of wellness: economic, environmental, physical, mental, workplace, social, and political. What happiness is and isn't. We have learned a lot in recent years about what makes a happy person or happy nation. According to the National Bureau of Economic Research, there are several characteristics. First, money does buy a reasonable amount of happiness, but for most people, having a higher income does not make as much of a difference as other life events, such as marriage. Second, nations do not seem to get happier as they get richer. Another finding is that happiness is used up in age. This means that people are generally happy when they are young, then become less happy in middle age, but they become happier again as they get older. Finally, women usually report higher well-being than men, and more educated people report higher level of happiness than people with less education. Conclusion: clearly, some nations are happier, and although it is possible to measure the happiness of a nation, but it is challenging. Happiness is more complex than people used to think it was. Happiness does not seem to have an essence, a central quality. Instead, it is the sum total of many characteristics. One of these is money, but it is certainly not the most important one.